Hi there, welcome to another week of our Monday Wrap, keeping Newcastle investors up to date on what's happening in the current rental market, tips, tricks, strategies to maximise your return on your investment. I'm Casey Healy, Director here at Century 21 Novocastrian, and as always, Nicole joins me, our investor consultant. Morning, Nick.
Morning, Casey.
How much are we loving our masks?
I know, we've got them here and...
So we are wearing the masks in the office. Obviously it's just off for this video because we want it to be clear and you to understand what we're saying. We are still working here at the office. Everyone in the office is obviously wearing their masks. Our open homes, prospective tenants are asked to wear a mask, sanitize, and obviously social distance. So we are still leasing properties and still ticking things over, just obviously under COVID safety requirements. This week I thought we'd chat about rental bonds. How are they processed? Where do they sit? And how are they claim. So rental bonds went online, would have been 12, 18 months ago, maybe a little bit longer. So it's all online now. There's no paper form that anyone signs. So when a tenant's approved, we go and create a rental bond, a link for a tenant. So we'll go in, put all the tenancy details, property address, the bond amount, and it'll go and send an email to the tenant and an SMS just asking them if they either have a rental bond account to log in and submit this bond or to create a new rental bond account. Now that rental bond is all secure. It requires email verification and SMSs, codes and things like that. So we know who we're dealing with and we know it's a secure platform, but how is a bond refunded through the rental bond? So when we're doing a vacate inspection, this needs to be a timely thing. So we aim to complete our vacate inspections the day after the tenant returns the keys. If they return them that morning, then yes, we try and get out there that afternoon. But when either agent or tenant can claim a rental bond. And I think that's what a lot of people don't understand. It's not just us anymore. Tenants have access to their login to actually initiate a claim on their rental bond. And whether it's us or the tenant initiating the claim, there's a 14-day window where either party can dispute that claim or agree to that claim. Now, if we're submitting a claim, we need to notify the tenant of what the claim's for, whether it's carpet repairs, cleaning, vacate flea spray or something if they've had a pet or something like that. We need to let them know prior to making that claim what it is for and send them the details, the estimated cost. Then the tenant can either agree to that claim, which will then just submit the claim back through. So it'll make the process happen much faster and the funds will be deposited into our trust account within about 24, 48 hours. If the tenant disputes that claim, they've got 14 days to dispute it, then they need to either within that period, have discussions with us as an agent and see if we can come to some kind of agreement. And that's what we try and do here at the office is if it's going to end in the tribunal, why not start that negotiations now? Because that's what the tribunal is. It's negotiations with the tenant to come to an outcome that both parties may not be completely happy with, but can deal with. So it's all about conciliation and coming to an agreement. So we try and start that process early here in the office. Now, if we can't get an agreement with the tenant, well then the tenant applies to the tribunal if we started the initial claim. If the tenant starts the initial claim, then it's us as the agent that needs to make the claim to the tribunal. So when we're doing a vacate and we're talking with owners about things that need to be done or compensation that needs to be paid or just whatever the item has arisen from that vacate inspection that needs to be repaired, we need to do that in a timely manner because the tenant has the right to submit that claim and we don't want to go to the tribunal unless we have to go to the tribunal. Like it's all about coming to that desired outcome that suits both parties, that's fair, that's in line with the tenancy agreement to finalise the matter sooner rather than later. So just some education about rental bonds, how it works, and just keeping updated that either party can give notice. Nick, what's happened this week?
This week, in the last 7 days, we've actually seen 321 tenant inquiries. So we've seen the numbers that open for inspections drop, but the inquiry level has still been quite good in the last 7 days.
Yeah, so numbers aren't coming through the door, but the inquiries online are still there. And look, that may be, obviously people are scared about COVID coming out. We're not having Sydney people at our inspections, but because we've got that virtual walkthrough inspection on all of our marketing, we're ensuring we still can lease to anyone that's moving to the area.
Yeah, and last week we actually had 12 open for inspections and we leased 9 of those properties, which was awesome.
It was a big week. 9 properties leased in a week. On average, we lease about 5 at the moment, so 9 was a really good week.
Yeah, definitely. And
we might hit that 30 again. We usually always hit 30 properties a month and then no tenants were vacating, not a lot of new managements coming on because investors aren't really active in the market. So we were down to about 20. We might hit the 30
we
this
might
month.
be heading back there. Vanessa worked on Saturday. She had 5 open for inspections, and I know it's only early in Monday morning, but the girls are working hard on the applications, and it's going to look like that 4 out of the 5 will be leased, which is
great news.
Great start to
We'll
the
hit
week.
15 and we're not quite halfway through the month.
I know,
Almost
it's
on track.
awesome. What do you got? Have you got anything else for us, Case?
I just wanted to share a good news, a property that we leased last week. So this property, we worked with our sales team. They sold it off the plan to an investor from out of town. We worked and educated on when was the best time to start marketing, what kind of return you'd get on this investment. We listed the property last Monday for lease. So we advertised for 4 days. We had our first open house the Thursday afternoon, which we arranged access with the builder prior to handover to ensure we had tenants secured ready for settlement. The property settles this Monday. Our tenants move in on Wednesday, so 2 days vacancy for the owner. We secured $520 a week rent, which was a really good rent for the property, and we helped a family find their new home. So that was a property out at Fletcher, 17 Tuckabar Street, Fletcher. So a great result for new investors there, and really maximising their return, ensuring no large vacancy period so they can settle on the property and start generating some income really quickly.
Yeah, awesome work.
That's probably about all we've got for you for this week. If you've got any questions, if we can help you in any way, whether you're a tenant or landlord, we want to help everyone. We understand without tenants we have no business, and we work closely with both our tenants and our landlords. I'm Casey Healy, Director here at Century 21 Novocastrian.
And I'm Nicole Hall, Investor Consultant, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.